Welcome back to Takeout. As my colleague Matt Gutman pointed out, something really important happened today. Iran struck 3 cargo ships, tankers, vessels earlier today, Strait of Hormuz, including this Thailand-registered vessel. And that underscores the dangers in the Strait of Hormuz and why no vessels really are moving, either to take the oil they have in there or to get some so they can go on the way back. Mike Sommers joins me now. He's been on the program before. Happy to have him here, President and CEO of the American Petroleum Institute. You should know that's the largest trade association representing all aspects of America's natural gas and oil industry. So this is a problem. I saw you on another network yesterday saying this might be the nightmare scenario of the last 30 years.
It is a nightmare scenario for world energy. If you think about the fact that about 20 million barrels of oil go through the Strait every single day, it's not just oil, it's also liquefied natural gas, it's fertilizer, it's potable water. This is a real crisis for the world, and we have to get the Strait open as quickly as possible.
The Economist magazine, it calls itself a newspaper, wrote today that it is this part that is choked off right now is narrow, shallow, there's low visibility, and it is a death trap if there's any hostile activity there. It is vulnerable to mines, guns, RPGs, which are possibly there, and fast boats, all of which Iran has still. Am I right?
You're absolutely right. It's advertised as about 20 miles wide. But the truth of the matter is that the shipping lanes are actually much shorter than that. And Iran does continue to have capabilities.
And it doesn't take much to wound or harass these vessels.
Well, that's exactly right. And if what their strategy is right now is to target a handful of these vessels every single day, and that will keep all vessels out of the Strait. It has to be the top priority of the U.S. military after they clear out the targets in Iran to protect the Strait of Hormuz. The world economy really depends on it.
What does that look like, though, Mike?
Well, what it means is that they're going to have to start targeting some of these smaller vessels, some of these gunboats that they're using right now. We need to get it clear, or the world economy could be in very deep peril.
So here's some numbers that I also read in The Economist, because I like to quote my sources. Before February 28th, before this war began, an average of 76 tankers per day. Now less than 5, and really it's sometimes not even 1, right?
That's right. But remember, there are some alternatives here. Saudi Arabia has built a major
huge pipeline.
The East-West pipeline, which goes across Saudi Arabia, can transport about 5 million barrels of oil a day. UAE has also built a pipeline that provides some relief. The United States, by the way, is the largest producer of oil and natural gas in the world right now. We're providing a buffer to the world in terms of the supply that we're delivering to market. If you think if this thing had happened in 2005, for example, when the United States was only producing about 5 million barrels of oil a day, rather than record numbers at 13.7 million barrels of oil a day, we would not be able to handle this from an economic perspective. It has provided insurance from a geopolitical perspective for the United States of America.
Headline today, International Energy Agency's 32 member countries agreed to release 400 million barrels of oil. Will that help?
This is an appropriate first step. They said 400 million barrels of oil that the release is going to be. That's about 7 million a day from our estimation, just in terms of how much.
And it's not starting tomorrow. It's going to take a while.
It's going to take a while, and they haven't announced when. So this will happen in tranches. We think the most that they can do is about 7 million barrels every single day. That will provide some stability to oil markets, but it's still not enough. There's no replacing the 20 million barrels of oil that go through the Straits of Hormuz, and it has to be solved as quickly as possible.
Are analysts who said we could see $150 or $200 per barrel oil hysterical?
We just don't know at this point. It depends on how
it's traded today at 87.8 for West Texas Intermediate, 92.20 for Brent.
We just don't know how high it can go at this point. It depends on the duration and, of course, the seriousness of the situation. We know how serious this is right now. We just don't know how long it's going to go.
Does it surprise you the administration seems surprised?
No. I mean, I think they understood how deep this could go. We talk to them almost every single day. They know how important of an artery the Strait of Hormuz is right now. They have very smart people, including the Secretary of Interior and the Secretary of Energy, who are advising them, and some of the best generals in the world, of course, telling them how difficult this was going to be. I think what the president's calculation is that this is short-term pain for long-term gain. A nuclear-armed Iran would have been much worse for global oil stability.
But to use an 80s term, probably some gnarly days ahead. Mike Sommers, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it.